We are live here on YouTube for this amazing frequency challenge closing ceremony. So Leigh and I, for 30 days, almost 30 days, we were leading an incredible frequency challenge called Wealth is Not Your Purpose. And unfortunately, coming into the last week, I actually managed to completely write my car off and have a horrible, terrible accident with my children. And so the challenge kind of went a little bit lopsided in the sense that we didn't really get to fully integrate all the amazing stuff that we'd done across 30 days. And, you know, there were so many shifts for people in those first 3 weeks. We received lots of comments, and we decided that why keep that in a smaller group? Let's bring this out to everyone and actually do a beautiful closing ceremony today. Really take you into the teaching of quantum becoming. And if you're in this place where you can feel your soul talking to you, you can recognize the separation between your mind and your soul. You can feel that you're at a crossroads where you can keep following your mind and its force and its pressure and its conditions and its fear, or you can actually lean into your heart and listen to what your soul is saying. We went so deep with this in the challenge. The activities that we were taking people through each day, they weren't surface level activities. They were initiation activities, the soul's initiation. And we taught a lot of principles that we're going to go through today. The principles of reversal, release, remembrance, the miracle frequency. And we're going to take you through all of it. But first and then we're going to go deeper, actually, aren't we? So we'll recap and then we're going to go even deeper into this quantum theory of becoming. It's very different from how we're taught to navigate through life, through school, through jobs, whatever. It's just so different. It's a whole different world. And we're going to help to decode it today. So my name is Sola. I lead up the Awakened Wealth Mystery School. And part of that mystery school is my Quantum Leap Intensive, which is a school for guides like Leigh. People who come, they've done some sort of, coaching, counseling, heart-based business in the past, and they're noticing that maybe there's another way, the quantum where we take the force away and we start knowing that it is our frequency that creates form. And so Leigh came to me as a client, actually, first with his business, looking to grow his business, and just gelled so much with the Quantum Leap method that I was using to help him that he wanted to take it out into the world and help others. So Leigh, would you like to introduce yourself, what got you on that path, and what's happened since you jumped on it?
Yeah, it all started for me going through my own struggles, I suppose. Like, I'm very anxious, very stressed, all of that. And that led me to an autoimmune disease, which is ulcerative colitis, like Crohn's. And that really turned my life upside down for 10 or 12 years. Didn't know what to do, pretty much hid away from the world. And then I started to teach myself different things on how to get out of that area, or that funk or hole that I was living in, and the self-loathing, I suppose, that it was being reflected on my children, which then led me to, start to understand myself a bit better and then recognize that in other people. But it was all surface level learning. So I could see these habits, I suppose, within myself on how I thought and how other people thought, but I didn't understand it at a deeper level. And then working with Solar in this, and then jumping into this QLI program, it took it that step deeper, which gave me a better understanding, which then really helped shape the way I personally go about my day and how I interact with others, because I can see from the different things that we learn in this course. Like, for me, the nervous system really resonated with me. So understanding where someone is when they're dysregulated, and understanding this isn't going to be a good time to have them open up to any type of learning or understanding, and then just giving them that space to just vent, and then maybe circling back at another time when they're more open to hearing what I had to say. And I not only use that in coaching, I use that, with my kids, with my family, everywhere in life. It's once you see this stuff and understand it, it's hard not to recognize it in other people. And so that's why I really like this course, because it's something you never stop using ever. Like, I've not stopped using it. I use it every day for something, whether it's just noticing where I'm at with my own nervous system and taking that moment to breathe, or meditate, or we'll touch on the Joy GPS later, using those tools. And more tools that we use as a lens process is I briefly use that throughout the day, so I don't attach meaning to someone else's actions. So then I don't take it personally, and then I'm not getting stressed or overthinking that situation. So, these are all things that I used to do all the time, and now understanding this further and deeper, I've learned to do it naturally, and it's relieved a lot of anxiety and stress in my life, and allowed me to be more grounded through my day and move through my day with unconditional love.
And it's walked you into your path, which is what quantum does, right? When we let go, when we surrender, and okay, let's just let go of all of this outside of me, trying to control, trying to fix, trying to change. Let's try and figure out what's creating it in the first place. Life starts rearranging itself around who you truly are and what's truly meant for you. Which has obviously landed you in this position, why we're here today, of actually helping others in 2026 with this course, looking for our future Quantum Leap guides. You'll be leading that because so to give some background, the Mystery School is opening 2 paths. We're going to be talking about this a little bit later, just to really, both Leigh and I both lean into our soul's paths. So Leigh is going to be leading the Quantum Leap Intensive in 2026. And, I'm just super stoked that, you're here. I'm really excited about doing this today. And thank you for the introduction. And where we'd like to start is grounding. 10:10 on the clock, New Zealand time. It's like that principle of completion, 10:10, completing one moment before we move into the next moment, being really present in the moment that we're in. So we want you to be here with us, because like I said, we're going to be going into some quite deep quantum principles. We're going to be getting you hopefully to look at perhaps why some of what you have in your reality is actually there and coming from you, and the reality of shifting that as well, because when we do shift within, things do shift without. And of course that brings us to the 2 sides of the coin of manifestation, which is creation and destruction. They are all part of change. So how do you rewire the nervous system so that it can survive, or actually thrive, in the intensity of your life actually beginning to look very different? For your life to begin looking like who you are, rather than who you were taught to be through your experiences. So I'm not sure that we can stream the sound through where we are on StreamYard. So I'm going to put some music on my phone, and Leigh is going to give me a big fingers up. Actually, we'll try it once through the laptop, and if we can hear it, that's amazing. If we can't hear it, I'm not going to stress too much. So let's have a see.
Are you still there? Have your screen's gone black? Are you still with us? Nope. We've lost all sound. Solar, are you there? We've lost. So I might just mention slightly why I enjoy doing the breath work. It helps me. Like I said, I used to be a very anxious and stressed person, which I believe is what led me to my autoimmune disease. And so learning to take a moment and just recenter myself through breathing allow me to just see whatever it was that was in front of me a little bit more clearly. But the other thing I had to realize was if I only did the breathing exercises when I was already feeling super anxious, they would very rarely work unless I sat there for long periods of time. So I had to sit there and sort of practice throughout the day, even when I was feeling calm, so that my body would recognize the breathing as a signal to be in a safe place and allow my mind and thoughts to clear, so that whenever I did start to feel anxious or stressed, that the breathing techniques would work and would sort of kick in a lot quicker. So let me just see where. And so I would say that if you're someone that has tried breath work and it hasn't worked in the past, then maybe that could be a reason why. If you don't do it regularly or consistently, and it only has to be a short, I do a 5x5 throughout the day just to recenter myself at different times during the day, just to help me. And same with that, pausing for a moment, pausing and counting and focusing on my breath rather than just pausing and focusing on what I'm getting stressed or anxious about. Again, won't help. It's just going to amplify whatever it is that we're thinking about. So I'm not sure where Solar has gone.
Okay, can you hear me coming through?
No.
Yeah. No. I can hear me.
Yeah, because that's coming through my laptop.
There's been a drop off the stream from my end. I don't know why. My mic has dropped off and my camera's dropped off.
All right.
We will be coming back.
Yep. So we're just having technical difficulties with the streaming, so we'll jump back on shortly, everyone.
We'll loop straight back,
Yeah.